Hi guys, what's up everybody? This is Chef Morris Danzen. Today I am going to show you one of my favorite merienda from the Philippines. Alright, this is my all-time favorite. It's made out from vegetables and shrimps. But today I'm gonna show you my version of our very own crispy curry ukoy. Let's go! So for our ukoy curry bites, we will need butternut squash. Right here we have a couple of celery sticks. Then I'm gonna use, instead of onion, I'm gonna use spring onion, red bell pepper. I'm gonna use 2 eggs. Then we have our curry powder. Right here we have cinnamon. This is optional. And right here we have flour and cornstarch. So guys, we will need to peel our squash. So to do that easier, I'm going to cut it first into small slices. We're gonna need to take this one out as well, the seeds. So just take out with a spoon. So I will need to cut this as well. One more slice. Okay. And then now we can start to peel off the skin. Alright, so there you go. Now let's cut our squash. Alright, so what we want is to slice our squash thinner as possible, no? So we can create a very nice crunchy texture to our ukoy. So now we're going to do is we're gonna cut it julienne. We're gonna julienne our squash as usual, as thin as possible. So we want this thinness to our squash. So yeah, it looks really nice. Right now we're gonna put some salt, just a little bit. So we want to try to take off the excess water or natural water content from our squash. So I'm gonna set this aside. Later we're gonna rewash it and dry it with a dry towel or some dry cloth. Let's continue cutting our vegetables. So right now we have our celery. Just cut it julienne as well, and as thin as possible. Again, you can also use mandolin to cut it easier. Don't throw the leaves, so we can just put it all together. Next, right here we have our spring onion. Take off the root. Then again, we're gonna julienne our onion. So as you can see guys, just for a few minutes the water already separated from our squash, and we want to squeeze hard our squash to take off all the excess water. Look at that. There's a lot of water content in every vegetable, and we don't want that to our ukoy because our ukoy will be soggy when we fry it. We don't want that excess water to our ukoy because it's not gonna be as much crunchy as we want. So as much as possible, we want to take it out by adding just a little bit of salt to dehydrate our squash. And right now, I'm going to dry out our squash, all right, before we mix in our other vegetables. That's all the water, guys. Look at that. All right, so right now I'm gonna mix in our spring onion, celery, and our bell pepper. All right, I'm gonna toss it with our fork. All right, look at that, guys. So beautiful and colorful. And right now, I'm going to add a little bit of cinnamon, a tablespoon of cinnamon, little curry. This will bring our ukoy to the next level. I'm not gonna put much salt because we already put it earlier. Now I'll add some pepper, and now I'm going to toss it once again. All right, you can really smell the spices that we put, especially the curry. It really complements our squash and the cinnamon. Okay, it works really well together, especially also the celery. Look at that, guys. Right now, let's prepare our batter with some all-purpose flour. So we're going to make it 50% all-purpose flour and 50% cornstarch. All right, then let's add some eggs. Let's crack some 2 eggs, pinch of salt, pepper, a little bit of curry. Again, we really want to infuse our ukoy with the curry. That's why we put it again. All right, next we're gonna add just a little bit amount of water. Okay, if it's cold, it's better. So guys, I'm not sure if you agree with me, but I don't like when the ukoy has a wrong texture. I think for me, the right texture, it should be crunchy. But most of the time, some of the people, when they cook ukoy, it tend to be bready, like a bread, no? It's not too crunchy as how we want. There's a technique with that, and I wanted to share with you today this technique so that next time when you fry the ukoy or when you make the ukoy at home, it should be extra crunchy. And all you have to do is to follow the step that I will teach you today. Now, the main reason why it becomes bready is that when we mix our flour mixture or our butter too much, in that case, we are activating the gluten from the flour, all right? The more you whisk or the more you mix it, the more bready it will become. What I'm gonna do now is that I will mix it really slowly and I will just incorporate everything together and not too much. I don't want to activate all the gluten as much as possible. So basically, we just want to incorporate everything together. If you think it needs a little bit more of water, let's just add some more water. I don't mix it very fast like how they do it, because you know we don't want it to be doughy. Okay, that's the term for that. Like, we're not making bread here. When you think that everything is incorporated, that's the time that we have to stop. So just trust me, guys, when you do this, your ukoy will be extra crunchy. This is the texture that we want. Not too heavy and also not too thin. Add some vegetable oil. I'm gonna heat it up. All right, so I'm using this small bowl for our ukoy. I'm gonna take some of our vegetable. Let's make sure that we can take almost everything from our vegetable, all right? Then I will add our butter. All right, not too much. And now I will mix it really carefully, all right? We want them to stick all together. Let's check with our chopstick if our oil is hot enough, all right? When it's bubbling like that, it's ready. All right, so let's now fry our ukoy. I want to fry it with a temperature of about 160 to 180 degrees Celsius. So look at that, guys. It's nice and brown. Now let's turn our ukoy. You can see from the texture, it's really crunchy. Turned out really, really nice. Then we just have to repeat the process that we did. So guys, what is more interesting about our ukoy recipe for today is that we're not gonna make another classic dipping sauce for our ukoy, which is the vinegar and some garlic and onions. I just think that it overpowers the taste of ukoy. So since this is my version, I want to share one of my favorite dipping sauce that I think will complement our ukoy. It's gonna be refreshing and it won't kill the taste of our curry ukoy. Also the nice taste or the sweet taste from our squash. So it will just contrast a little bit to our dish and will make it more delicious and pleasing, right? And by the way, guys, our dipping sauce will be sweet, savory, and a little bit spicy. So Let's go. So for the sauce, we'll make our mango salsa. Let's add our tomatoes, mango. Then we have red onions. Put it in. Siling labuyo, red chili, minced garlic, just 1 clove of garlic. And right here we have our basil. You can also use some parsley or other herbs that is available. Then I will put some of my toyot calamansi from Mamacita's. Of course, you can also use soy sauce and calamansi, but you can always find Mamacita's anywhere. All right, so I'm gonna season it with salt and a little bit of pepper. All right, so I will mix our mango salsa. It's quite easy, and it will give a really nice and refreshing taste to our ukoy, and we're done. So guys, we are done with our crispy ukoy, right? So this is it. Look at that, guys. I can smell the curry and the cinnamon that we put earlier. So we're gonna try it, and of course we're gonna pair it with our mango salsa just right here. So let me take one. See, you can hear that it's very crunchy, no? So cheers, guys. Look at that. It's freaking good, guys. Can you hear that? So as I told you, when we don't mix the flour that much, it won't create too much gluten, and your ukoy will definitely be crunchy. And also it applies also to other food or other dishes that you want to cook. So for example, you want to cook some chicken and you will use flour, try to apply the lesson that I taught for today, and definitely it will be extra crunchy, right? Anything, you can fry anything with vegetables, fish, meat. Just apply what we have learned today. And for the taste, what I like about it, when I put the salsa, it's very much refreshing. It didn't kill the taste of the squash, right? And I can taste everything, from the curry and the cinnamon, and of course the mango that we put, a little bit of sweetness, a little bit of spiciness, plus the texture. It's all perfect. I just hope now that you will try it at home and let me know what you think about the recipe, all right? So you can leave a comment down there, okay? Kung ano yung masasabi nyo about our recipe. Let me know your requests for our next recipe video, right? So I'm gonna leave you guys for now, and I will try to finish all the ukoy right here because I'm quite hungry now. Oh guys, before I forget, I'm gonna leave you with a very nice B-roll of our recipe. I will see you guys soon. This is Chef Morris Danzen. Happy cooking, everyone. Bye.